Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of G-Mineo! G-Mineo is a funny little show that we kind of put together where I show these two noobs some miniatures from one faction or group from the Warhammer 40k series, for now, and they give some responses. Today, we'll be looking at a very special group.
What's the deal with the Tau?
What is the deal with the Tau, man? What's their thing, guy?
Wielding advanced technology and guided by the principles of the greater good, the Tau expand their influence across the stars. To those who accept them, they bring peace, harmony, and a place in something greater. There are those who would say that their optimistic idealism doesn't belong in such a cruel galaxy. But those who turn from the light of peace experience an entirely different kind of illumination from the business end of a plasma rifle.
We got some
All right.
baddies in here. Tau be baddies.
See, I want to swear already. I was like, these guys are experts in what is screw around and find out.
Oh yeah, no. The Tau are absolutely about that. Now check this out. These are our first group. These are the Firecast Warriors and Breachers.
The Firecast Warriors and Breachers? Is that what he said?
Yup, Warriors and Breachers.
These are Tau, they look like...
They look straight out of Destiny.
These are it's interestingly enough, these are the most human looking of all of the ones I've seen so far. Like, these look closest to what I would imagine, like...
Normal humans?
Yeah, like normal humans in like a futuristic, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but then you look at like the guy in the Fire Warriors at the very middle there, and that is super not a human.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they have massive heads, huh?
They do. They're big bulkers.
That's more like a miniatures like proportion deal.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, no, they've got like the blue skin and the no nose.
From where I'm sitting, you know those big statues on Easter Island? The totem guys with like the huge heads?
I was gonna say he looks like Voldemort.
Ah, the boy who lived, come to die. Their guns just are like, they're kind of like the human bolters. They just shoot like rays of liquid hot plasma that'll melt your face. But also like they each look like they have like a little antenna on the back of their suit. And I wonder, like, I don't know, they look like communications specialists or something like that. Like I feel like they have some form of like, or I don't know, maybe that's like a rocket, but that little antenna that everything has is curious to me.
Very curious.
Curious
For
and
sure.
curious. Okay, so that's those guys. And then the Breacher team, you know what? I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if I can even tell the difference. These dudes look like they have shorter guns, more like hand rifles almost, that are like up close and personal.
Yeah.
Yeah, like these guys are your basic units. I will give you both that. The big thing to guess though is what kind of weapons are they using?
Oh, okay.
Like their gear, like what kind of gear you think they got?
So I think they have guns, and the guns,
obviously,
let's say they shoot. They shoot.
Don't hurt yourself, man.
The power of
friendship.
Well, the sun. How about that?
Oh, the sun.
Yeah, let's just say they harness
guns.
the energy of the sun.
Interesting.
Because that's what
like they
Tau
photosynthesize.
Yeah,
they're all plants.
It's solar
beam from Pokemon.
Yeah.
You know what? Also, I feel like maybe I'm crazy, but I feel like their armor is significant. It's like resistant to psyker damage or something.
It helps them protect
It
themselves.
helps them not die. You know what? I'm gonna go out on. I think they shoot warp energy.
Oh.
I think that's what they do.
That's probably more realistic.
I think they shoot warp energy. That's my final answer. Lock it in, Regis.
Lock it in.
Point to neither of you.
Dang it.
Regarding their weapons, you were close with the energy bit, but then you said warp energy.
Oh.
And then you, if I could give a negative point to Seth, I would, because he described a bolter as shooting plasma.
Oh,
no,
you're right.
That's incorrect.
Bolters shoot, like, a bolter shell punches through armor and then explodes. It's a very solid projectile.
Well.
So what we're saying is I'm technically in the lead.
So, dang it.
Brady is technically
for an extra point, can I tell you a little bit of a factoid maybe that might get me a point?
What is this, bonus points, extra credit?
I think I got something here.
I'm doubtful that you can, but curious that you may. Go ahead.
Okay, so I think that, well, the Tau as a people, for sure, but mostly the Breachers, they look like people who would like and subscribe.
They do look like people who would like and subscribe, just like you watching this video. So make sure to go down, like and subscribe, comment what you want to see next from us in terms of our minis. That was, you slid that one in there. Oh.
They look really cool, too.
They do look really
Bald-faced.
cool. Much like you.
The Tau are a strictly caste-based society. Those born into the Firecast are destined to live the life of a soldier. Each fire warrior is equipped with light, resilient armor made from durable polymers that can shrug off most small arms fire. But the true strength of the Tau military is in their firearms. Each fire warrior is issued a rail rifle, a gun which uses high-speed magnetic propulsion to launch superheated slugs of solid metal which vaporize even the toughest armor on impact. While Breachers prefer close-range combat with the aid of what's called a pulse shotgun, which saturates a target with negatively charged ions, which cause them to glow a ghostly pallor before being turned to dust by superheated atoms.
So it's similar to, like, radiation damage.
Yeah, they'll light you up, quite literally.
That's sick. I like that.
Wow, that is wild.
Yeah, the Tau's whole deal is they're not great in melee, but they are terrifying when it comes to firepower.
Yeah, like medium. You don't want to. If you're gonna meet a Tau, you want to meet them in a small room, not from across a field.
Also, fire warriors are accompanied. Do you see those little like UFO-looking guys?
Yeah.
Those little dishes.
Yeah, those are combat drones. They just have automated combat drones. The Tau actually have drones for basically everything. They've got drones for firing missiles. They've got drones for shooting at bad guys. They've got drones for generating shields.
Okay, so
people. Yeah.
So the Tau are like the people who would have smart homes.
Exactly. They are high-tech, low paranormal guys. They don't have much in the way of, like, psychic weirdness. Now, I say that, but then there's this guy.
What is this person? All right, what is this?
This is a Tau Ethereal.
A Tau Ethereal.
You remember Lilo and Stitch?
Yes.
The
Yes.
The green guy.
Yes.
It looks like him, but like jacked.
Yeah.
And blue.
Yeah. The guy, like the one who's all worried.
Yeah.
The green one.
Actually, it's a good mix of the two of the aliens that come to Earth.
This is the Psyker. Like, of the ones that they have, this is one of them.
In similar vein to what Seth says, I think that they have ghost-like properties, but they are more ghost-like to go into, like, electronics. They're kind of like the fixers, you know?
Oh.
I think that they not only fix, but maybe can go into other technology and like enemy technology, learn about it, sabotage it, all that sort of stuff. Yep, that's it. That's all I got.
Brady got it vaguely the closest by mentioning that they were born into a caste. So I guess point to Brady?
Patrick, the fact that you sound so unsure about it makes me uncertain that it points to anybody today.
It is these immortal ancients who guide the direction of every element in Tau society, from technology to culture to warfare. It is said that the Ethereals were the ones who concocted the very concept of the greater good by which all Tau live. Each military unit is assigned one of these long-lived mystics, who lead their subjects to seemingly impossible feats of combat prowess through their experience and oratory leadership skills. The word of an Ethereal is unquestionable. Literally. No Tau has been able to question their seemingly perfect commands. They might be psychic, they might not be.
Oh.
All we know is that no one's been able to question them, though.
That's psychic.
I would argue.
Vespid Stingwings.
What?
Yeah. Oh.
Vespid Stingwings?
This is obviously an aerial troop, and
what gave it away? The wings?
Well, yes, but I also think that they might sting people with their wings. How about that?
Oh. Hence sting wing.
Maybe. Who
Okay.
knows? I think that they were genetically enhanced to grow wings, and that's why their face is all different than the other ones. But these are the close range, get in, fly in over the enemy, and kind of like bottleneck them sort of thing. And with me being at 1 point ? And Seth being at -1 point, I think that I'm right in this case. So
I have said before, this is barely a game.
Their guns shoot like projectile, like stingers, basically, like little shards of something that like they shoot outwards, and it looks like they've got like green little slivers of glass almost. So I'm wondering if they're not like projectiles that, you know, go in and inject some sort of poison or like radiation or I don't know, even maybe little nanobots or something like that eat you from the inside.
Okay.
So that's one thing. I think that these are actually a lower caste. I think that stingwings are just sort of because they look a little brutish. I don't know. They also look very different, which leads me to believe that they're like, I don't know, like a subspecies, or maybe not even really true Tau.
They're like the hunchback.
They're like, they're like either they're genetically modified or they're like a sort of subset of things.
Seth guessing radiation and being outsiders actually got him the point in this. Here's the lore. The Tau Empire has reached out to many different species, including the insectile Vespids. While initial contact with their species was strained due to their complex language, the invention of translator helmets meant that the leaders of Vespid squads, called strains, could communicate not only with Tau, but literally any other species capable of speech, with the radioactive crystals of the Vespid homeworld, to project a radioactive beam that strips an enemy's atoms, rendering them into piles of glowing carbon.
They turn you into a pile of radioactive goop?
Dust!
Yeah.
Like, there's not even any liquids, all of the atoms in your body just lose their charge.
Wow.
So you're just a pile of stuff.
That's so scary.
I know. You'd think that these battles would be like over quick, you know?
I mean, when you got millions of people running at each other,
true.
I guess
That's
maybe
true.
that's why. I don't know.
Yeah.
But wow. Okay. So they are a different species. They're
are.
Vespid. They're
catch.
Vespids. They're insectoids. Okay. That's cool.
That is cool. I forgot that the Tau have more people that join them. So I'm gonna keep that.
All right. So we're
going.
tied up. We're tied up at 1.
These are Kroot carnivore squads and the Kroot Shaper.
Whoa.
Wow. Okay.
So obviously
Different species. I think they can. This is gonna be weird.
Yeah.
I think they can eat the fallen of the enemy and gain their knowledge. Like they can like eat people and then learn what they knew. That's what I think.
Okay. All right. So when I'm looking at these guys, I get like Native American vibes coming off of them. So my thought is that I'm gonna talk a little bit about their lore. I think that these were a group of people that were pushed out by the Imperium because of their weird practices of eating people, and the Tau let them in after they were forcibly removed from their home because of their ability in close quarters combat, and they eat people, and they gain extra strength from eating people, like the strength of the things that they eat, that helps them in their close quarters combat. And the Shaper takes the bones and shapes it into weaponry for the Tau as well. So that's gonna be my answer.
Actually, gonna give this one to Brady. Brady was the closest.
You did cheat. Dang it.
I gotta know. What did I get right?
The Kroot are an enigmatic race. Hailing from the world of Petch, these tall, thin, bird-like creatures sport a tribal society that has only recently been uplifted by the Tau. Kroot are able to evolve by absorbing the DNA of the creatures they eat. Kroot are led by a leader called the Shaper, who acts as equal parts shaman and geneticist, instinctually picking out what traits would be favorable in a target and what should be avoided.
Definitely see them evolving from that as well.
Changing.
That's super cool. That reminds me of...
Do they gain the features of things they eat? That's really cool.
It's like My Hero.
To go back to the high-tech level of things...
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh.
All right. Yeah. These are, incredibly high-tech mechanized suits that a single Tau pilots. There's two different kinds, I think, featured here. The top two have like Gatling gun type things that just are, shoot. They're like a high DP, like a high frequency version of the weapon that we talked about earlier that shoots like the radioactive bursts of energy. And then the bottom one, that's just a shotgun. That's just like a big old I think. And yeah, that's what these are. I think they're just big mechanized suits that a Tau can jump into. And I bet one of these could take on a Space Marine, no problem.
To me, it looks like they have almost like not jetpacks on the back of them, but sort of propulsion units that would help them like jump large, like high distances or that sort of thing. I'm very interested in not their guns, but their offhand. They don't seem to have any sort of like finger system or that sort of stuff. So my thought is maybe they like can attach different weapons to their hands.
That's cool.
Just because like I don't know what else they would do with just kind of a flat surface hand.
Yeah, well, they almost look like big chisels.
Yeah,
that maybe they could use to like
jackhammer.
Yeah, like punch walls and big other like equipment. You know what I mean? Because it almost looks like a big pry bar.
And maybe that's where like the propulsion unit comes in too.
They just fist out.
Yeah,
and then run.
Maybe these are like extractors. Like they're big on sieges and that sort of stuff. That would be cool.
Unfortunately, points to neither of you. These are Tau stealth suits.
Oh.
Equipped with light-bending technology and short-range jetpacks, Tau stealth suits are expert ambushes who can appear anywhere, strike with the ferocity of a storm, and vanish before the enemy can retaliate. While not substantially armored, they rely on their elusiveness as their chief defense. Their fusion guns, while short-range, can melt armor to slag and reduce flesh to ash.
I'm ready.
Now this is the Ghost Keel.
Whoa.
The Ghost Keel?
The Ghost Keel. Wow. Also, you'll note that a lot of the Tau mechs and heavy equipment all have nautical or aquatic terms.
That's true.
Which I thought was kind of neat.
I know I'm going to be wrong, but I think that this is similar to the ones that go invisible. I forgot the name of them already.
The stealth suits? The stealth suits.
Yeah, the stealth suits. I think where I'm going to get this wrong is because it's so big, the drones have to are used for helping him it cloak. And I also think on top of that, this is more of a reconnaissance. It's a big one. It's a big reconnaissance suit. But also, let's add a little bit of a twist to it. I think that these are guys that go invisible and just make sure people are just following the rules. That sort of
thing. Wow. Okay, they're like the secret police of the town.
Yeah.
Okay, Ghost
Big
Keel.
Brother is watching you.
Yeah, they are Big Brother. Okay. Literally Big Brother.
I think that this is another configuration of the Crisis Battlesuit.
Okay.
And that this specifically is I think it's a single target search and destroy.
Okay.
I think that they're like, they're Terminators.
One man.
It's like a Terminator. That's what I'm gonna guess.
I like it.
Brady actually got a lot correct here.
Really?
Dang it.
Yeah. Combining the raw power of a crisis suit with the stealth and speed of a stealth suit, the Ghost Keel haunts the battlefield like a vengeful phantom. The Ghost Keel is followed by a small fleet of drones, equipped with overlapping stealth fields, which allow them to hide the suit from vision. The suit is also capable of projecting a frequency that intercepts lock-on sensors, meaning not even guided weapons can find it. To further sow discord on the battlefield, it can even project holographic doubles of itself, meaning that even seemingly accurate shots may have only struck an illusory projection.
Just have like 20 of those and you win.
You win. I mean, I imagine this is a very expensive, very highly trained person in there, or Tao.
Oh yeah,
in there.
no, like you gotta have an elite in that thing.
That's pretty crazy though that you got the drone cloaking thing right. Well done, man.
You pointed out the spyglass sort of thing, and I remember looking at the other drones, and this just looked like it wasn't used for like fighting. So,
ladies and gentlemen, behold the Storm Surge.
Jesus Christ.
The Storm Surge. Oh my god.
This is huge.
This is a big, I'm willing to bet that this is as heavy as Tau like suits get. Like this is this is the biggest example of Tau firepower that we are, or one of the best examples that we're going to see. That massive gun on its shoulder is like a giant railgun that can just tear things apart.
We have the braces that actually I do feel like are more akin to shooting more upwards. When the one leg brace is for like just having back weight, this one is like you are going to go into the ground, so you need the suspension. But I think on top of that, because I'm gonna mix my two theories together, I think that this is where we can get more like of the modular things that can go on to other Crisis suits. So not only are they anti-air, but the Crisis suits can come to this and like swap out stuff, if that makes sense.
Oh, that is cool.
So that's my theory.
Points to both of you, actually.
Okay, I'll take a split point. Okay.
This is the Storm Surge battlesuit. The Storm Surge is not what one may consider a battlesuit. This massive machine could more accurately be called an artillery outpost with legs. The Storm Surge is bristling with all manner of missile, energy weapon, and high-velocity magnetized projectile. When it finds a secure position, the battlesuit will hunker down and root itself in place. From its new perch, it will rain hell from a distance upon hapless targets, reducing bunkers and outposts to smoldering craters from miles away.
These guys are cool.
And now, we get into the named characters.
Oh, yes.
All right.
Please.
There is Commander Shadow Sun.
Shadow
Sun?
Whoa! Whoa!
Okay. Oh man, I think Commander Shadow Sun is the leader of the Crisis suit people, and is also, I think a very important thing is that Commander Shadow Sun is an Ethereal.
Commander Shadow Sun is obviously a different version of, what's this one called again?
Oh, the Ghost Keel.
Ghost Keel. I think this is a different, a modified version of the Ghost Keel.
Oh, dang, you're right.
If we look closely, because I'm using those peepers, they have a similar symbol on the chest.
Yep.
So I think this is a Ghost Keel. The drones look like very similar to the ones the Ghost Keel have. So I think that this is the leader of the Ghost Keel, the one who has seen the most battle in their suit.
Point's gonna go to Brady. He actually got this the closest. It's not a Ghost Keel suit, though, but we'll talk about that in a sec. Having served as the spearhead for multiple expansions, Commander Shadow Sun is a legendary heroine of the Tau Empire. Her mastery of tactics and viciousness in battle saw her lead the Tau Empire to complete victory over a Tyranid hive with relatively few casualties. And during the Third Great Expansion of the Empire, she led a decisive victory against the cruel Imperium of Man in the battle for Mugulath Bay. Her skills were prized, but unfortunately, the lifespan of a Tau, even legendary heroes, is relatively short, at only 60 years. Thus, a decision was made. Shadow Sun would be placed in stasis when not needed in combat. Only when the Empire had dire need of her skills would they rouse her from her slumber. When Shadow Sun enters a battle, all those who fight witness a legend in flesh if they witness her at all, because she's wearing a modified stealth suit.
Whoa. That's... Yo! They just wake her up. She's so bad. She's so awesome that they're like, we need you to survive as long as possible. Wow.
She's the Master Chief of the Tower.
Yeah,
Empire.
and they just wake her up when they need her. Oh, that's so cool.
Oh,
She is awesome.
Wow.
The last of the named characters that we'll be viewing today, Commander Farsight.
Yeah.
I think this is one of the Ethereals, maybe the most accomplished of all of them.
Yes.
They are, wow, okay.
I don't know what I'm looking at.
I have no idea what I'm looking at either. Their suit is so unique. It looks so different. Is an incredibly accomplished melee fighter, because part of what they can do is, I think that they're able to literally see their opponent's moves ahead of time. So they're able to, like, I think this person is an incredibly effective melee combatant. Is he a rogue Ethereal? Is he rogue and he goes for a different, he like betrayed the Tau?
Maybe this is the defensive one that I was talking about. Maybe this is the one that protects the higher up Ethereals.
I think or at least we've reached the bottom of our well of ideas.
Okay. Points to neither of you. Famous commander. Infamous rebel. Commander Farsight is solely responsible for the fracturing of the Tau Empire. During an expansion of Tau territory, Farsight's expeditionary forces came under attack from the forces of Chaos, whose demonic nature was barely grasped by the Tau outside of the Ethereal caste. The attack saw Farsight's Ethereal commander slain, but in the wake of their death, he came to a terrible truth about the Ethereal caste. One so horrible that he broke from the Tau Empire entirely and claimed a sector for his own. Thus was born the Farsight Enclave, a nation of rogues and warriors who still held the values of selflessness and community instilled by the greater good, but refused to consort with Ethereals. The Ethereal Council, who ran the Tau Empire, viewed this as the ultimate treason, labeling the Enclave traitors. This, however, did not stop the Enclave from swooping in to assist the Tau Empire when they found themselves in dire need.
Okay.
Wait, so I don't get a point? I said he was rogue.
You were the closest, I will
of
say.
the two of us.
That's a fair enough point. Seth does get a point.
But
There's
I wanna
something,
know
like
why.
you said, like what was the truth that he arrived at, though? Do we know?
We'll find out in a lorology video.
Oh! All right. Well, that gets me excited for the lorology video,
Yes.
which will be coming after this.
Now it will be.
Now it will be, because we can't wait for you to all find out with us.
Yes.
So, oh my god, that was awesome. Okay, I'm very excited now for our lorology video
I'm so excited.
to learn about the Tau. They seem to have a very fascinating society to me.
I also like that the Farsight Enclave, even though being labeled as traitors, help
them
Tau
out. Yeah.
Empire.
Well, it's funny because in so far these, I think I've said this once before, but the Tau seem like the good guys of Warhammer.
Yes.
They are like about community and the greater good. They have like, they seem to be the ones.
Seemingly.
Seemingly. I'm sure we'll find out in our lorology video why that's not the case, because there's no good guys in Warhammer. But with that being said, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe. Let us know down in the comments which your favorite, or what of these minis was your personal favorite.
Yeah.
Because I think I like Commander Shadow Sun the most, personally. She's awesome. But yeah, let us know down in the comments below. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe. We'll see you in the lorology video. And don't forget, game it till you make it. Bye, guys.